you have to be prepared, ladies and gentlemen, for the gun groups like the NRA, Gun Owners of America, to move out of the silence phase, which is always what happens immediately after there is a mass shooting, and go into the, I guess I would call it, irrational fear mongering and ways of getting people to buy more guns. We're getting ready to transition into that. This is always the case, right, Lewis? After there's a shooting, Sandy Hook, whatever the case may be, Navy Yard, groups like the NRA basically go completely silent. They just disappear. They kind of hang out in the background. And then Larry Pratt from Gun Owners of America, the NRA radio people and their all of their executives, they all get together and they start doing the normal routine, right? Which is, well, this is a tragedy and people actually need guns to protect themselves, and let's not take the guns away from the people who would actually use them for good or for self-defense. And we start to very slowly but methodically ratchet up the fear and actually turn these incidents not into opportunities to limit the number of guns that are out there in circulation, but actually to make people more afraid, make them buy more guns, make them buy more ammunition, and even be more likely to use a gun in what they perceive to be a self-defense situation that probably isn't. The audience should be ready for this any minute now. It's going to start.
You got it, definitely. After Sandy Hook, it worked, and there was a massive spike in gun sales, and I'm sure we'll see one here too, because they are masters of this. And you know what? Americans are they're people who are afraid. Most of them are afraid of a lot of different things, and it's going to work. It always does.
The NRA is the gun sales lobby. You really have to consider it and understand it as such. And if we talked yesterday about conspiracies are already around the Navy Yard shooting, and we have a couple of voicemails at the end of the show about that. If we talk about motive, right, if you want to base your conspiracy theories on motive, which is something very common that conspiracy theorists do, they find motive, although there may be no other evidence. It's not President Obama who benefits from these shootings, right? There have been any number of these shootings and guns still haven't been banned. So the idea that the shootings are created or planned as a pretense under which to ban guns, when are the guns going to be banned? It's still not happening. It's the pro-gun groups. NRA registrations go up after these shootings. They're leveraged and used for more to increase gun sales. If we really want to play the motive game, which I reject the use of just motive to create a hypothesis about a false flag or whatever the case may be. If we only look at motive, it seems to me, Lewis, that it's the gun lobbies that have the biggest motive, to the ones that can really benefit from these incidents.
Yeah, I was just thinking that myself. I mean, what's the biggest motivator of anything in the world? Money, right?
No question about it.